What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. So this is going to be my August 2021 trading recap. So once that I get my September trading recap up, I'll be all caught up and I'll just start making current videos. So August was actually my best trading month of my career. I felt like the price action was really good in August. There were a lot of A+ really good setups in August, and I felt like a lot of those setups were actually following through and had nice moves to them. So I didn't catch the entirety of some of these moves, but I was definitely able to size up and catch more of these moves than just quick scalps that I'm used to. Still not perfect, but I definitely saw improvements in my trading in August, and I really felt in tune with the markets. So this first trade, I'm going to go through my 3 best trades of August. So this first trade that I'm going to go over was actually the first trade that I took in August. This was on August 2nd, on Monday, August 2nd, and it was a 930 Tesla orb. A lot of traders were watching this because this is when we had broken over 700. So that 630 to 700 range was a range for more than a month. And then we had broken over pre-market to a pre-market high of 704.74, and we were mostly holding over 700. So right here, I'm going to be just waiting to see what happens. Right there, we open a little over 700. So my play is going to be over 700.5. I don't want to get caught in something, but I'm ready to get in. And right there, I get in. I get filled 10 contracts. I'm playing the 705 strike contracts, and immediately my contracts are up. So I cut one, I cut another. I need to lock in those profits quick. Contracts are up really nice. We're getting up to 704. I cut another there, and these contracts are up really nice, and I want to catch a nice move on these. I hope that we can get a move through 705. That's what I'm looking for. I cut another. I'm fine locking in profits because my contracts are up over $1.50. So now I've sold out of half of my position. These are good sells. I'm happy with them. And now let's see if we can get a play over 705. But this wick right here I'm not liking. And then we got below 701 on the ask, and the bid got to 700. So I cut 3 there just to be safe. And then if we would have dropped below 700, I would have sold the last 3. But now I want to stay in these last 3 and see if we can get a push here. So right here, I'm looking for a play through high of day over 705, and we get it. So now my contracts are up really nice. I got 3 contracts left. I cut one there. Now I'm hoping to get a play over 710. There's no one knows how much juice this is going to have, how much this is going to push. You just kind of have to manage and have a trailing stop loss if you can. So right here, we're starting to see some resistance at 708, and I'm not liking that. So I just cut one to lock in profits. That's almost a $400-500 move on just one contract. So I'm fine cutting a contract there. And now for this last contract, I like a push over 710, and then I just want to see how far this can run. Alright, so right here, we're getting close to closing this first 15-minute candle, and I've held this contract because we got over 710, and we were holding 710. So my stop loss is going to be a break below 710, and right there we see that. I would have liked to stay in, but I have to follow my trailing stop. So that was a huge trade right there, $2,000 trade, and I was out of most of my contracts, or 9 of my contracts, within the first 2 minutes. So that just shows how powerful these 930 trades are. And if you can snipe an entry, you can make most of your money in the beginning and then let some runner contracts just run if it's an A+ setup and you see momentum. Alright, so my next trade is a trade that I would consider a true A+ setup. So this trade was from August 9th on Coinbase, and people always ask when they're starting out trading, they may not understand the concept of what an A+ setup is, but what I would consider an A+ setup is when a bunch of different factors are all aligning and setting up really well. So from the higher time frame all the way down to the lower time frames, the pre-market action, and possibly if there's news or sentiment around a company. So Coinbase was like that today. Bitcoin is a good indicator, and the crypto market is a really good indicator for what Coinbase is going to do. When crypto is running, Coinbase is probably pushing. So Bitcoin had broken over the 30 to 40K resistance and was pushing today. On top of that, Coinbase broke over or gapped up over the 260 resistance and had a pre-market high at 269.88. So I'm going to get in over 269, and right there I get in. I get filled 5 contracts. I have a good fill price, and now we're holding over 269. I'm hoping to get a play over 270, a break over pre-market high, and we get that. So, of course, I'm going to lock in profits on that first pushover. I sold one, sold another, and now these contracts are up really nice. Sold another there just to lock in profits, and now let's see if we can get a push. Ideally, I should be looking for a longer term hold on this because now this first candle closed over 270, and on the chart we basically have room all the way up until 280. So there's no reason to kind of panic sell and get out of this if we don't break below 270. So that second to last sell isn't that smart of a sell. I should probably be looking for those last 2 contracts to get a nice push on them. So this last contract, since I'm already up nice, I'm going to see what happens on it. And we're kind of seeing some resistance at 273. We dropped below 272, and I just sold out. It's not really a great sell because we're still holding 270, but being up 750 in the first 2 minutes, there's nothing wrong with locking in those profits if you're not feeling comfortable in a trade or you might be down on the week. That wasn't how I was today, but I just didn't tell myself that this is a true A+ setup that I should be holding for. So I just cut, and I was happy with the profits that I had made on this trade. Alright, so my third trade was another 930 Tesla trade. And this setup was we were creating a bull flag with resistance at 725, and pre-market high was 726, and the pivot high of this bull flag was 726.97. But there was also a resistance point at 724 pre-market, and we opened below it, and my play is over 724. I'm going to get in 10 contracts. I get in right there. I have a good fill price, and I'm up nice right away. I sell one, sell another, lock in profits. We get up to 728, sell another. Now my contracts are up really nice. I've sold out of half of my position, and now I'm looking for a longer term hold on these last 5. But really quick, the bid dropped below 725, so I had to sell out of 2 contracts. And then we dropped 724 on the ask, so I had to sell my last 3 contracts. That's just me following my rules. I was in this trade for less than 30 seconds, but all of this happened so quick. So it might seem stupid that I got out, but I have to follow my rules when I'm trading. If I've set stop losses below like 724, which is my entry on these these breakouts, my entry always then becomes my stop loss. So if we get below that 724 number on the ask, I have to get out. That's just me following my rules. So this could have been like a $1,500 trade if I took profits right away, but I thought that we could have gotten a push and a play over 730, and if I would have held my 5 contracts like I was planning for, this could have been a really big winner. So sometimes you put yourself in position to catch the longer play on these nice setups, and it doesn't always work out, so you have to have your stop losses in place to get out of the trades. But when these setups are really good, always try and put yourself in position to catch the majority and the bulk of the position, and if they're runners, have those runner contracts and be ready to catch those plays. Alright, so I hope that seeing what I consider A+ setups and really good trades that I take, and my thought process before getting into these trades, how I get into these trades, how I position size, how I scale out, how quick these trades happen. I hope that seeing all of these things is actually really informative for you guys, and you can learn something from them and see how the option contracts move and just better help your trading. So now let me get into my numbers from August. So I took 58 total trades. I had 28 winners. I had 17 losers. And I had 13 break-even trades. So that gives me a win rate of 62.22%, which is a really good win rate. I'm super happy with that. And my average winner was $438.25. My average loser was a lot less and was only $165.82. And my average break-even trade was around $12. And in total on the month, I paid $603.88 in total commissions. So my account going into the day on August 1st was at $18,888. And in total, my August PnL was $8,952.78. So it wasn't my first five-figure, my first 10K month, even though I really wish it was, because I that's a goal of mine that I really want to hit. But I got very close, and I traded this month extremely well. So I'm not complaining about how this month went. And month over month, my account growth was 47.7%. And you guys know that I care a lot about my profit factor. So my profit factor on the month was 4.2. Anytime you're above 2 or 3 for your profit factor, it's super good. So obviously a 4.2 is a really good profit factor. So I'm super happy with how this month went. I hope that you learned something from this video. Give me a comment down below of how your August went, what your best trades were, maybe what you consider an A+ setup. And I hope that you guys learned something, and have a great rest of your day, guys.